Good morning, student. In previous class we have already discussed about the elements. That elements is a pure substance. Okay, so I have already discussed about the valency and ions. You know that ions are two types, cations and anions. Here is some elements and their valencies are written, and here are the ions which is written. These are the cations and these are the anions. I have already discussed these things. So in today's class we will discuss about the compounds. So compounds are formed when two or more elements combine together chemically in a fixed proportion. That means compounds is not a pure substance, it is always impure substance. So it can be formed when two or more elements combine, two or more different elements combine together chemically in a fixed proportion. For example, if we talk about table salt, is formed by the combination of sodium and chlorine. That means sodium chloride. So this is a compound. So how compounds form? So mainly compounds are formed between metals and non-metals. When metals and non-metals react with each other, there is a transfer of electron from the metal atom to the non-metal atom, and the metal atoms lose electron to form. It forms positive ion, that is cation, and non-metal atoms gain electron to form negatively charged ion. This is anion. So I have already discussed that when a atom release a electron, then it form cation, and when an atom accept an electron, then it form anion. Okay, so when anion and cation attract each other and they form compounds. So the force of attraction between oppositely charged particle is called as electrostatic force. That means electrostatic force is the force which attract the oppositely charged particle. That means cation attract anion and anion attracts cation, and they combine with each other and form compounds. So it is electrostatic force. So a chemical bond which is formed due to the electrostatic force between oppositely charged ions is called as ionic or electrovalent bond. That means if we take an example of sodium chloride, then Na plus attract Cl minus ion. That means Na plus is a cation, sodium plus, and Cl minus is anion. You can see at figure number 3.2. Here when here is sodium, this sodium release one electron and form sodium plus ion. When chlorine release take one electron, then it forms Cl minus ion. When Na plus and Cl minus attract each other, then it will form sodium chloride compound. So this is actually happened because of electrostatic force, and the bond formed between these two ion is actually called electrovalent bond or ionic bond. So I hope this is clear. Now the another type of bond is covalent bond. So when a compound, when an atom give a pair of electron to other atoms and form a bond between them, then it will be called as covalent bond. That means a chemical bond formed by the sharing of electron pairs between the atoms is called a covalent bond. So compounds with covalent bonds are called covalent compound. Okay. Now what is polyatomic ions? Now we already know that what is cation and what is anion. Now what is polyatomic ion? A group of atoms, that means not one atom, not only one atom, that means chlorine, is one atom, but when we ask about sulfate SO4 2 minus, that means it is a group of atoms. So this group of atoms that function as a single unit in a chemical compound and carries a charge, that means it must carry a charge and it must be a group of atoms. So then it will be called as polyatomic ion. Here is the definition. So a group of atoms that functions as a single unit in a chemical compound and carries a charge is called a polyatomic ion. So a compound may also be formed by the combination of elements and polyatomic ions. So polyatomic ions were earlier called radicals. So we can also call polyatomic ion as radical. So polyatomic ions are highly reactive and thus are found in combination with other ions. So here is the example of some polyatomic ions. You can see here that sulfate SO4 2 minus, SO4 sulfate SO4 2 minus. That means the valency of sulfate ion is 2 minus. This 2 minus is valency. So in this valency, the valency of sulfate ion is minus 2. Carbonate also a polyatomic ion, because here 1 carbon and 3 oxygen atom present. So it is a group of atoms and it also containing a charge that is 2 minus. So the valency of this ion, carbonate ion, is minus 2, because here is the power is minus 2. This is the valency. This represents the valency. Okay. So nitrate NO3 minus, here is only minus, that's why the valency is minus 1. Sulfite SO3 2 minus, so valency is minus 2. 2 minus, so 2 minus, minus 2, valency is minus 2. Phosphate PO4 3 minus, so valency is minus 3. Ammonium NH4 plus, so valency is plus 1. Hydrogen carbonate HCO3 minus, here is also valency is minus 1, because here is minus the charge of hydrogen carbonate ion is actually minus 1 minus, that's why the valency is minus 1. Hydroxide ion OH minus, this is also polyatomic ion, so here is minus 1. But if I ask you that fluorine, chlorine, bromine, sulfur, oxygen, these are not polyatomic ions, these are anions. Okay, because here only one atom present, that is fluorine, one atom fluorine, and it also has charge that is minus 1. So the valency of fluoride ion is minus 1. Valency of fluoride ion is minus 1 and the symbol is F minus 1. F minus. Chloride is Cl minus, bromide is Br minus, sulfide is S2 minus, and oxide is O2 minus. So this is anion, but these are polyatomic ions. Here NH4 plus, it contains plus charge. It contains plus charge. That's why the valency is plus 1. Here SO4 2 minus, the valency is minus 2. Okay. So how we'll write the compound? Okay, so a molecule of a compound can be represented by a chemical formula. Somehow if I ask water, so water is actually written as H2O. This is the chemical formula of water, H2O. Okay, here one oxygen atom and two hydrogen atom present. Calcium oxide CaO, sodium sulfate Na2SO4. These are the chemical formula of this compound. Sodium hydrogen carbonate NaHCO3. Okay, Plaster of Paris is a compound which is hemihydrated calcium sulfate. Its chemical formula is CaSO4 dot half H2O. That means in this compound one calcium sulfate ion present and half molecule of H2O is also present in hemihydrated calcium sulfate. So chemical formula, to derive the chemical formula there are some rule. Here the first rule is the chemical formula of a compound has two parts. The first part is the cation and the second part is the anion. Okay, it can be monoatomic or polyatomic. It depends on the anion or cation. Okay, so the valency or charge present on the two parts is noted. Okay, so if I take a example of sodium chloride, let's take a example sodium chloride NaCl. It is a compound. Okay, so here actually a sodium atom present and a chlorine atom present. Okay, here is the symbol of sodium is Na and symbol of chlorine is Cl. Now when it release one electron from its atom, it forms Na plus ion. Okay, Na plus ion, because one electron released, that's why it formed Na plus. When it release take one electron chlorine, it forms Cl minus ion. Okay, now when these two combine with each other, then it form NaCl compound. Okay, so in this manner the compound chemical formula of compound is derived. So the chemical formula of a compound has two parts. The first part is the cation, here is the Na plus and here is the Cl minus. Okay, the second part is, so we have to write these two things separately. Okay, now second step, the second step is valency charges are interchanged and written as subscripts next to each other. Now in this example the valency of Na sodium is +1, the valency of chlorine is -1. Now the valencies are interchanged and written as subscript. Okay, it actually present in superscript, but when we will write the formula of chemical compound, then we have to write interchange these valencies and we will write at subscript. So we have to write here 1 and here 1, but we have not written it. Why? Because 1 is not taken as 1 is not written. Okay, in general. Now if we take another example, somehow ferric chloride Fe and Cl. Okay, now iron is the symbol of iron is Fe and this is chlorine. Now as I already told that ferrous and ferric, these are two types of valency present in iron. Now if I take ferric chloride, means Fe3 plus and Cl minus, because the valency of chlorine is -1 and here is the valency of iron is +3. Now if we take this as chemical formula, if we derive chemical formula this from these two compound, then it will be FeCl3. Why FeCl3? Because I have told you that valency are interchanged. Here valency of Fe3 plus is 3, so 3 is actually gone there in the subscript of chlorine, and valency of Cl minus is 1, so it actually gone here. So the chemical formula of FeCl3 ferric chloride is FeCl3. So in this manner we can derive chemical formula of a compound. Okay, the next point is, in the case of compound formed by the combination of monoatomic and polyatomic ions are enclosed in bracket if their valency is 2 or more. Now these examples are actually about the cations and anions of an atom. Now if polyatomic ions are present, somehow if I take example of ferric carbonate, okay, ferric carbonate, iron, at first I will take iron, which the valency of iron is +3. I have already told you that valency of iron can be two types. These are Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. Okay, Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. These two valency are actually present for iron. Now Fe3 plus ferric. Okay, so if I take ferric, now polyatomic ion, if I take one polyatomic ion, that is carbonate CO3, it is a polyatomic ion because here actually two types of atom presents, carbon and oxygen. Okay, total 4 atoms present, 3 oxygen and 1 carbon. The valency of carbonate is -2. Okay, the valency of iron is +3. Now if it react with each other, then it will form ferric carbonate. Okay, so we have to write as Fe2. Why? Because the valency of carbonate is -2, so 2 will actually go at the subscript of opposite atoms. So here the opposite atom is iron, so in subscript we will write 2. Now we have to write 3 in here, so we cannot write as it is, so we have to put a bracket, then we will write CO3, then we close the bracket because carbonate is CO3, so CO3. Now I will put 3 in here, so it will be CO3. So Fe2CO3 whole thrice. This is the actual chemical formula of ferric carbonate. Clear? Now the fourth point is, to make the formula simpler, the valency of each monoatomic or polyatomic ion is divided by a common factor. If not divisible, the valency is given as it is. Okay, now if I take another example, that is calcium, the valency of calcium is +2. Okay, +2. Now another polyatomic ion, if we take another polyatomic carbonate, this is 2-. I have already told that the valency of carbonate is 2-, or I can write as -2. Okay, so here is the two ions, calcium and carbonate. Okay, so when it will react with each other, then it will form a compound. The formula of that compound will be CaCO3. Why I have written CaCO3? I have to write Ca2, then first bracket. That means I want to say that it actually is Ca2CO3 whole twice, because these as per rule. But when here you can see the valency of calcium and carbonate is 2, and here is also 2, so we can divide the valency with 2. Okay, we can divide both the valency with 2. So we can write, if we divide this both valencies, then it will be 1, the valency of calcium will be 1 and the valency of carbonate will be 1. So in the chemical formula we can write CaCO3. So this is wrong, this is actually wrong. Ca2CO3 whole twice, this is actually wrong formula, but it is right, CaCO3. So these are the actual rules to write a chemical formula of compounds. Here is some examples. You can check these, that ferric carbonate Fe2CO3 whole thrice, how it is derived from this. Now calcium hydroxide, here is also hydroxide is a polyatomic ion, so that's why it kept in bracket. And the valency of calcium 2, the valency of calcium 2 is written here, okay, in the subscript of hydroxide, okay. But in next case, in case of NH4CO3, that means ammonium carbonate, the valency is written in the ammonia polyatomic ion at the subscript of ammonia polyatomic ion, NH4 whole twice and CO3 is 1, because the valency of ammonia is 1. So the chemical formula of ammonium carbonate will be NH4 whole twice CO3. In next step, magnesium chloride, in next example, in magnesium chloride, here will be MgCl2, because the valency of magnesium is +2 and valency of chlorine is -1, so MgCl2. In this, the calcium carbonate +2 and -2, that's why it is divided with 2 and it will be CaCO3. So here calcium, magnesium and iron, these are the metals, but others, that means sulfur or chlorine, these are non-metal, and CO3, ammonia, carbonate, ammonia, hydroxide, these are polyatomic ions. So I hope this is clear to you, how we can write the chemical formula of a compound. If you have any problem, you can ask me, or in next class we will discuss about the mixture. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you.